I think so many people are watching women's basketball right now.
Yeah.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball.
Angel Reese has expressed frustration after Caitlin Clark explored opportunities to play in Europe. Reese has often asserted that she is one of the key reasons people are tuning into the WNBA. However, learning about the substantial opportunities her biggest rival could secure overseas seems to have stirred up some tension.
Honestly, I think setting my teammates up, I think that just provides so much more energy to the team. It gets everybody going, and when everybody can touch the ball and get going in that way, I think it just everybody just flows a little bit better. The offense flows a little bit better. But that's something I take a lot of pride in. At times, I think I can try to overpass and probably could be a little more aggressive to the basket. But yeah, I think with the weapons that we have on our team, it's just easy for me to set them up, especially with AB, playing pick and roll with her, and our chemistry is just slowly developing and getting better and better. And yeah, I think we're just learning as time goes and each game goes. We're just getting better and better.
You've had an absolutely whirlwind first half of your rookie campaign. I want to ask you how much you're looking forward to this break, right, coming up.
If Caitlin Clark decides to play overseas, she would become the highest paid female basketball star in the world. This hasn't sat well with Angel Reese, who believes Clark isn't superior to her and that she deserves the same level of respect and recognition.
That you guys need in the future.
Yeah. Like we talked about in our locker room after the game ended, where obviously people were pretty disappointed in the outcome. I think it gave us a taste of where we wanted to be. At the same time, I felt like we could have done a little bit more to help it get back here for a game 3, and that's what really kind of stunk about the whole thing. But I thought it gave us a taste of where we wanted to be, and that's exactly the message that Chrissy iterated throughout the locker room, and that our coaches kind of iterated when they talked, is just that, you have to let this kind of burn inside of you and let it kind of bother you in a way that it's going to drive you through the off season. How's it going to make you work? You got a taste of getting to the playoffs. Obviously, we haven't been there since 2016. So I think that's what the message was for us, is
However, this isn't the case. Caitlin Clark enjoys more sponsorship deals, higher earnings, and has played a significant role in making the league one of the most watched sports. Yet, reports suggest that some players within the league are allegedly harboring feelings of jealousy toward her success.
We're not at a high right now with the WNBA. Curious about your reaction to that media rights deal. Not official yet, but reportedly triple the amount of the last one. Just what is your vision for how much bigger this league can be, Caitlin?
Yeah, obviously nothing's official, and for this league, to me, it's sky's the limit. You're seeing how incredible it can be. You can see how hard it is to get a ticket to get into the doors, how many people want to turn it on their television, how people are traveling miles and miles to come and watch and have an opportunity to interact with the players or just watch the players play basketball live in person. So, obviously expansion is going to really help. The new media deal is going to help. And I think you're just going to continue to see it grow. This is really only the beginning in my eyes. It's the hardest league in all of sports with only, less than 144 spots. Obviously that's expanding, but, I'm excited. The people that have been in this league deserve it. And then obviously the people that are going to continue to come into this league are going to come into a great situation. It's going to be, awesome for everyone.
This could be one of the reasons she might choose to leave. Imagine the game without Caitlin Clark. What would it look like?
Just work for that and remind yourself of that, and that's certainly what I'm going to do going into the offseason.
Go Christine, then Scott.
Caitlin, in the kind of kaleidoscope of memories that we all have of events and years, maybe 20 years from now when you're done, or 25, whatever, what do you think might stand out, positives, even maybe moments like the 2 threes in LA early on? Or for you personally, are there any that you might think of in terms of highlights, showed you belonged, a pass, anything that comes to mind now about this season and what you did in the season? Thanks.
Yeah, I think that's, there were so many moments, and every place we went was so unique, honestly. It's fun to kind of look back. People always ask me, where was your favorite road arena? And I'm they're all so different and unique in their own way. And obviously for me, my first year here is
Angel Reese believes she is the main attraction, yet it's Caitlin Clark who has consistently sold out both home and away arenas. Clark undoubtedly deserves to be the highest earning player, and if she chooses to move abroad, it would serve as a statement, showing players like Angel Reese what the league might look like in her absence.
Because I'm not on social media. My manager has my social media, so I'm not familiar with what's going on.
You have set the season rebounding record
Okay, thank
It's
you.
the rookie record. I mean, and you've done it in the same amount of games. You know, obviously the league has more games this year, but you've done it in 32 games. So I just wondered, and again, forgive me, I know your focus is on the team, but what it means to you to have been able to immediately transfer such a big strength of your game to the professional league.
Yeah, I mean, coming into it, I mean, I just knew my motor. Offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds is something that I know I can always do. I knew it was going to translate right away, and that's something that a lot of players don't want to do. A lot of people think it's because I get my own rebounds, but statistically it's not. A lot of people think it's because I'm the tallest on the court when I'm not the tallest on the court. So just being able to go down there and being able to bang, doing things that a lot of people don't want to do.
The possibility of Caitlin Clark signing a contract with a European basketball league has sent shockwaves through the WNBA. Europe has long been known as a haven for top talent across various sports, offering lucrative opportunities for elite athletes.
To playoffs since 2016, and that was my main goal. And I felt like, you know, once I got comfortable and kind of was, you know, I don't know, playing style of basketball that we wanted to play, which was up tempo, which was playing off one another, was playing, you know, setting my teammates up for success. And I think also once my teammates kind of got used to playing with me, it's been pretty smooth sailing and fun basketball since then. And, you know, everything besides team success, like that all just comes with when your team wins. Like you gotta win to have all that on the side, and nobody really cares about that. You know, people can talk about it, it is what it is. For me, like it's fun winning basketball games. It's fun walking off the court and the crowd's going crazy because you know you just won and you played a good game. So for me, like that's where my main focus is, and I think when I do that, everything else comes along with it. And I'm just thankful. I feel like I'm surrounded by really good people, really good coaches, really good teammates that allow me to be myself. And
the competitive leagues in Europe provide players with lucrative contracts and international recognition. For Caitlin Clark, the financial benefits of playing overseas are substantial, with salaries often far surpassing those offered in the WNBA. European leagues present a valuable opportunity for players to secure their financial future.
We got a little practice, got a little rest. Man, you guys are making me miss shots. Can't get out of breath.
Blame it on us. Blame it on us.
But yeah, I think you're gonna see us try to build that chemistry a little bit. I think me and AB are playing better together. Liz has been great. Liz was really good versus Atlanta. But just the balance, like I said, when we have 4 people in double figures, it's really good.
Love that. All right, Caitlin, so you guys are starting to turn the corner. Personally for you, though, still finding your way, what has been the biggest adjustment in your rookie year to playing at this level?
Probably the quickness of players in this league. I could get away with stuff in college that I can't get away with here. You know, little deflections, like those lead to turnovers, having to make reads a little faster.
Playing in Europe also offers Caitlin Clark the chance to dominate the game at a high level. Free from some of the negativity she faced during her debut WNBA season, Angel Reese has been vocal about her frustration surrounding Clark's potential European contract. At the core of Reese's discontent lies the issue of money. She believes she is just as talented as Clark, making the thought of her rival earning significantly more a tough pill to swallow.
They shot 52% from 3, which is really, really, really good. So when a team does that, you have to knock shots down.
And then I know you care a lot more about the results than records, but you set another record today. You set the...
I don't want to hear about no records, man.
Fair enough.
Well, third round.
Hey, Rachel, it was a tough game, of course, but it looked like you were still able to get open a lot of times. You know, the coach drew up a lot of different offensive sets for you, and you're able to get open shots. Is that still an encouraging sign? Are you still optimistic about that in the future for future games opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my teammates do such a good job of setting screens for me. Coach draws up stuff for me all the time. I feel good. I feel confident. I know they're confident in me. I didn't shoot great tonight, but I'm not tripping over it. I mean, the offense is going to come.
It's not just about the earnings, it's also about the recognition that comes with being the highest paid player. Higher earnings signify greater value, and for Angel Reese, this shift in earning potential feels like a threat to her status as one of the rising stars in women's basketball.
Value in players going overseas. We have not done a good job of globalizing the game and turning these players into global stars, so we're never going to prevent them from opportunities to play in the offseason. One of the reasons Angela and I took this job was to help players with their post-playing careers, set them up, whether they want to be a coach or a broadcaster. More and more players are not going overseas, and they're choosing to become entrepreneurs. We're now paying some of them to market the league in the offseason. But the incentive there is that they don't go overseas. We're also cognizant that it's tough to make a WNBA roster for players who don't get a lot of playing time in the WNBA, but we want to give them more incentives to stay here. We want to give them more money to stay here, and that's everything we've been chipping away at and working on.
The maximum player salary in the WNBA is currently less than the NBA player's minimum salary. The max base salary for a WNBA player is slightly more.
For those unfamiliar, in the world of competitive sports, salaries often translate to respect. The highest paid players are frequently seen as the most valuable. Both Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are regarded as two of the best rookie players in WNBA history. However, Reese, who has worked tirelessly to establish herself as a player for the future, now faces the difficult reality that her main rival could surpass her in earnings and international recognition. This looming shift is at the heart of Reese's frustration.
Caitlin is an amazing player, and I've always thought she was an amazing player. We've been playing each other since high school. So I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe she stands on any of that. But when it comes to death threats, like I'm talking about people have come down to my address, following me home. Like it's come down to that. Multiple occasions, people have made AI pictures of me like naked, literally.
Really?
They have sent it to my family members. My family members are like, uncles are sending it to me like,
no.
Are you naked on Instagram? It sucks to see that, and it's really hard that I have to go through that, and now seeing other players even having to go through that. But like, at the end of the day, it's a game that we do both love, but there is no hate.
Angel Reese aspires to be the face of women's basketball and believes she has the potential to achieve that dream. However, Caitlin Clark's potential European contract could put those aspirations in jeopardy, possibly ending Reese's dreams before they even begin.
I think the biggest thing is, coming to this day, honestly, I'm just fortunate. Like, I know this is the end. To be able to have that, whether that's sad, whether that's happy, whether that's, whatever. I think, I knew this was the last time I was lacing them up to play for Iowa and, being really content and have a lot of closure in that. But obviously we started out a little hot, but they're going to make a run. We were making some tough shots, and they're really good. There's only so much you can do. You got to give them credit. I mean, what Coach Staley's been able to do with that program, and those girls, a lot of them didn't get a ton of playing time last year. It's really incredible, and Cardoso is a threat inside. Like, there's only so much you can do at when Hannah's 6'1", guarding 6'7", and they killed us on the glass. And at that point you got to shoot basically perfect to win. But